Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS Inform. I'm your host, Bill Potter. April is Child Abuse Prevention Awareness Month. And joining us in the studio is Tammy Lampert. She is the director of SWICAC. And rather than me try to say what it is, Tammy, what is SWICAC?
So SWICAC stands for the Southwestern Indiana Child Advocacy Center.
And basically, your job there is what?
So we provide services to children that are alleged to be victim of abuse, whether that be physical abuse, sexual abuse, neglect, or if they've witnessed a crime. Then we assist the agencies that are tasked with investigating those allegations.
So in a way, you do interviews with the kids because you're trained to do that, and then the investigators are watching through another window.
Yes.
Put simply. But you seem to do a lot of work so that you don't have work to do. You do a lot to try and prevent that even getting to your point.
We do. So child abuse can be prevented through education and awareness. I should say most child abuse can be prevented through education and awareness. And so April is National Child Abuse Prevention Awareness Month. And so one of the things we're doing to increase awareness, to get people having the conversation with their children about, keeping them safe, is the Color the World Blue bracelets again this year.
Okay, let's talk about those. These are really pretty neat. And I know last year we had some here, but you're going to have these out and about. Tell us about these bracelets. What do they say?
So on the one side it says safer communities, safer kids. And we went with that because it takes everybody. If you see something, say something, report it, talk to your kids. It's the adult's responsibility to make sure kids are safe. And we need to have those conversations with the kids that say, nobody should do anything that's not okay. Nobody should hurt you. Nobody should touch you somewhere not okay. And by recognizing that it's everyone's responsibility, not just the social work field, not just law enforcement or Department of Child Services, then we can strengthen the communities and make things safer for the kids.
Because we want the community to be better as a whole with safer kids.
Yes.
And you have a quote here on this piece of paper that you gave me: the true character of a society is revealed in how it treats its children. Nelson Mandela said that. And so that is so true. How good a community we have is how well we treat our children. And this is a communities that really do treat kids well. There's a lot of great activities, but there are still some situations that we need to stop.
There is, and we are very fortunate. We live in great communities. A lot of people care about the youth and the kids and the extracurricular programs and things like that. I think the biggest holdup that we see so many times is they don't know if they should say something. And people thinking, well, it's maybe none of my business. Well, it is. It's everyone's business to protect the children. It's the adult's responsibility to protect the child. So if you see something, if somebody tells you something, report it. And that way the child can, hopefully be kept safe, and the proper measures and means can be done to give the child the best outcome after that abuse situation. Because, every victim is going to respond to the trauma and the abuse differently. Of course, we see correlations with substance abuse and mental health issues, suicide, and things like that. But we also know that if a child's been abused and they're able to disclose, they're able to get counseling and therapy and resources and support and be kept safe, they can recover from it. But we need those positive interactions to happen for the positive result.
Now, you mentioned report it. Who do you report to?
So I tell everyone to dual report, which means that you report to the Department of Child Services hotline, which is 800-800-5556, and also your local law enforcement. And I say that because some situations, you're going to need that immediate response of law enforcement, and you're going to have some situations that are going to be a Department of Child Services issue, and you're going to have situations where it's a criminal issue. So by dual reporting, the investigators are able to process and determine that, as opposed to just anyone. Okay,
now we want to, I don't want to say celebrate, but we want to make sure that we're aware in the month of April of child abuse. And you're selling these bracelets. I saw, how much are the bracelets?
So the bracelets, they're only $1 each. It is much more about creating awareness and making sure, and we want kids to know that, if somebody did do something, to tell, and that there's a safe place they can go to talk about it. We have 4 locations. They're all very child friendly. They're safe, and the kids can draw, they can play, and be comfortable, and then they can talk with just somebody one-on-one to say what happened. So we don't want them to be scared that it's going to be this traumatic event and they're going to have to go to a scary place or talk to a whole bunch of people. We want them to make sure that they know what the Child Advocacy Center is, so if they ever need it, they're more likely to come and to share their story.
Does SWICAC, I know you work with police and the prosecutors and judges. Do you also work with folks like Crisis Connection, TRICAP, I guess different organizations? Are we all kind of coming together to do this?
We are, and I'm excited about the collaboration. So Crisis Connection and the Child Advocacy Center work hand in hand. Crisis Connection is wonderful because they provide the support and resources for not only like the child, but the secondary victims, because the abuse not only affects the actual victim, but it affects the entire family. They have secondary trauma as well. And so they provide services and resource for them, which is huge. And then, you know, like whenever with TRICAP, how they have their Healthy Families program, there's a lot of times referrals are made to Healthy Families so that, you know, they can help with the children that are maybe affected by the abuse, or if they have, you know, if we have teenage pregnancies, then we can use Healthy Families so that they are more equipped to be better parents.
And all of this is to try and rid the world of child abuse, which would be very difficult to do, because that is a cycle that's hard to break. But it can be done, and it is being done, and there are good success stories.
There are great success stories, and those success stories come from when somebody reports it, when someone tells, when the child tells, and then the other entities can intervene to make sure the kid is safe, to stop the abuse at that time so it doesn't carry on, and to get them the counseling and the resources that they need to be able to make a positive outcome of a horrible situation.
Where are these available? How can I get one?
So we have some businesses and schools that are going to be doing like Wear Blue Days. We have one school, this is really exciting. So they are doing to where like the kids can dress up as a superhero because they're, you know, being heroes by standing up to child abuse, and then they can donate $1 to get a bracelet. And then we have some businesses that are doing Blue Jean Day or Wear Blue, and they're donating, their employees will be donating $1 to get a bracelet as well. Still looking for community partners that want to do that, whether it's individuals or if it's some type of group out in the community. If it's anyone really can, you know, do this. We're looking for partners to where maybe people could stop and purchase a bracelet. And if anybody's interested in any of those different ways of helping, they can contact me via email, which is swicacc@gmail.com.
SWICAC.
SWICAC@gmail.com.
And now, whilst these are $1, and they really do make you some money, they are a little small one way that you can raise funds because it takes money to do the work you do.
It does.
It's more important is the message that you're giving out.
It is, and that's why they're only $1 because, I mean, we are a nonprofit organization, so we definitely need the means and the funds to do what we do. But the bracelets are more about creating awareness and letting kids know that there is a safe place for them.
And safer communities, safer kids?
Safer
That's the
communities,
theme?
safer kids, yes.
All right, so again, April is a Child Abuse Prevention Awareness Month.
Yes.
For some reason, that seems to get me tongue-tied. And if they would like, somebody would like more information about SWICAC, which again is the
Southwestern Indiana Child Advocacy Center Coalition. They can go to the website, which is swicac.com, or they can go to our Facebook page. And the easiest way to find our Facebook page is #SWICAC. And on the bracelets, we actually on the backside have End Child Abuse, and we have the #SWICAC, because we love it when you know, people take pictures and they do the hashtag and tag SWICAC to show that they are trying to make a difference as well. And so April's a busy month for a lot of organizations, including the Child Advocacy Center, because we want to just boom that awareness throughout everywhere so that people know that child abuse does happen. It happens everywhere. Talk to your kids, talk to your family members, talk to your friends. By talking about it, it's not so secretive and therefore less likely to continue. The other thing is, like, a lot of agencies do events. So in the month of April, all 7 of the Department of Child Services centers that we work with, they're all having some type of prevention event. And so they can pay attention to our Facebook page to know when and where those are as well.
Now, you mentioned area, 7 different entities that you work with. What are the counties that SWICAC works in?
So we work in Crawford, Davies, DuBois, Martin, Orange, Perry, and Spencer counties.
Okay, pretty big area.
Big area.
Very busy.
Yes.
Well, I just hope that we can eliminate your job someday.
That'd be great.
But I don't think that's going to happen, but we can do our part in some way
Yes.
to help prevent child abuse. Tammy, thank you for coming in. Anything you'd like to add?
No, thank you very much for having me.
Okay, look for these bracelets. They're out and about. By the way, they're $1. I'm sure that if you wanted to give them $5, you could also do that as well to help with their funding. Thank you for watching WJTS Inform. We want to thank Tammy Lampert. She is the director of SWICAC. Thanks for joining us on WJTS Inform. We are local people watching local people.